Brr, it's cold. Hello everyone, this is Paula and I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Yes, today is February the 14th and we are covered in snow and more snow to come and more snow to come and more snow to come. But prior to that, we had ice for 4 days and had one day where it was clear, and now we have snow, more snow, more snow, more snow until Friday. And then that will be the first signs of any kind of sunshine. I just have to tell you, it's a bummer. I'm freezing. Oh, and not only that, our heater went out yesterday upstairs where my craft room is. So needless to say, that guy couldn't get here till Monday, the guy who is on our warranty. So, yeah, we have a floor heater that I am watching very closely in my paper craft room. And it's keeping me warm, and the temperature up here is still 61. And I've got the cabinet doors in the bathrooms open, and I think we're going to be fine until they can get out here tomorrow. So, just what I wanted to wake up to yesterday. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And today I am working on my design team project for Tracie Fox Love Junk Journals on Etsy, and I am working with multiple kits, but the main kit that I'm working with is the grungy wallpaper kit, all the things that go along with it, tags and so forth. Now, I have added in a bunch of little things that come from other kits, and actually I know that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 different kits, and probably more that I'm just not aware of because I pull things out of all my leftovers from Tracie. I will link Tracie below, Etsy shop below, and you guys go show her some love. Okay, so this book is a book that I made just out of, I don't even know if it's cardboard or chipboard. I can't remember. I made it to do as a design team project for Tracie, and then changed my mind, and I've just been hanging on to it, and I felt like this was a good time to use it. So it started out just like this. It just is different bright colors that I collaged, and then I did 2 pieces this size, which is I have it written down somewhere. Boom, boom, boom. It is a 4 by 6, about the size of a large journaling card, and it's got 2 signatures. I have not counted the pages, but there's a lot. Okay, there's at least 80 something, counting each side. I zigzagged around these after I collaged and added an extra strip of blue zigzag right here, and then put this paisley print. It's black with blue, white, and kind of a deep red, not a bright red. But anyway, and I bound it with black because I thought it looked the best on the spine. And so we have a 4 by 6 that's loaded with goodness. Now, the kit that I'm using is really like for a traveler's notebook, but I wanted to use it in this book, and so I cut it down to fit. Now, I just cut the bottom portion of some of the pages off, but I think it looks just fine. I think you can manipulate any kind of kit and make it work for you. You just got to think it out. Now, I inked everything. I So everything's been inked, and I did the cover. And this is about, I decided, rather than being really what the kit was probably meant for, I decided it was going to be about friends, okay? And so it's full of different women from different eras, and this lady is no exception here on the front. And I also think, because it has that secretary look inside on some of the pages, that I would, you know, think that it would be something that a woman in an office, the kind of paper they would like. And then there's, you know, just different wallpapers. I also am roughing up the edges of everything I use in the book, except for the pockets. So you can see that that's what I did here. I stenciled inside. This little scallop is a stencil, and you'll see more as you go along. This is a stencil. Just fun stencils inside. Okay, so I am going to, let me get this string. It's driving me crazy right here. Going to show you the first page I did. Now, I went ahead and bound the book, put on my old torn up looking lace trim, did all my stenciling because I was not going to show the process. And then after I did this first process, I was like, that'd be fun. We'll do that together. So we won't get it all done, obviously, but we'll get it together. So these are pockets that I had put on when I made this book for Tracie. And this is the pocket covered. It had an envelope, and I just did some stamping and then added some different little pieces. A little letter and this little lady here and here, because they're the first two ladies. And then this tag, you know, and this tag are going to be the ones featured in the front of the book. I'm just layering. You can see the stencil here. I am just layering this book up. Now, I don't need to go into too much detail. We won't get the book done. We'll do more detail whenever it comes time to do the flip through, which will be when the ephemera is done in this book. Okay, so let's go to the first. I'll just kind of flip through till I get to the first ephemera page. Oh, you know what? Let's do the back first. I want to do the back cover first. It's real similar to the front. So we're just going to pull this out and kind of do it a lot like we did this other one here. And so we've already got muslin and sari silk behind this one. It doesn't look like it got as much as the front, but it's there. And some more stenciling, an old book page. Now, we got to find someone to put on here. And I got to tell you, I just love this little lady with the dog. She's the old lady. Little old lady with the dog. Okay. Now, I have several little old ladies' pictures left over. And this is bigger than I want on here. So I think instead I'm going to use the little one on something and use a different photo on, or picture on here. I'm looking to see which ones I have that I might like. I don't know if I picked up more like I meant to or not. I was going to grab out some of the Tim Holtz ones, but let's just use a small, let's use this one. Now, yes, it has purple around the outside, but I'm going to trim that off. So I hope you guys have been having a good winter so far. Yeah, I tell you, 2021 is not what I thought it would be already this year. So I'm hoping it will straighten up and be a better year. So I'm going to have cataract surgery. I'm telling you this just so you'll be prepared for me missing a few days here and there. But really, they told me I could continue my craft after the first couple days. So that's great. They'll take the patch off and I'll be as good as gold. They'll do one eye at a time. Unfortunately, that takes a little bit. But I'm so excited to be able to see better. I feel like I struggle all the time to see. Now, I want to use that same blue lace that we used on the front little lady. And I'm going to grab a piece here on the side. And I just took this is very old lace. I just took it and trimmed off the little edging so it wouldn't look so gathered. Because really it's not. It's pretty flat. Okay, and get any strings hanging off here and just kind of tear it up a little bit, rough it up. And I'm going to get any fuzz off of here. So I need to look and see. That's what I thought I did. I just want to kind of do them alike as much as I can. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put the glue on right here. And then this will be here. It's a little longer than I needed. So I'm going to trim just a little bit off. And then rough it up. Okay. All right. So there's that. Now I'm going to get my scissors. I actually have the tool to do this, but I like this better because it does a quicker, better job, you know, than the little tool does. I've had a couple different little tools, actually, and neither one of them do as good as the scissors, especially these big ones. You just have to be careful not to cut yourself. So these are my old ones. Okay, and then here we go right there. Yeah, so I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac because I feel like it does a quicker job on video. And I'm going to do it just like that. Just kind of lay it down. And then we're going to do the same thing with the little woman. If you hear water dripping, that's it sounds weird, but it's actually my sinks behind me in the bathroom. There's 2 sinks running, and I just don't want my pipes to freeze up here. My husband says they won't, but I want to make sure. I'm always paranoid when it comes to stuff like that. And that big noise was them scraping the roads, which I appreciate so much. And they, here in Branson, they scrape the side roads. And we live at one of the highest peaks. I have to tell you, speaking of that, I'm going to get this out here, and I'm going to get my lace. Speaking of that, I have, let me look back on this other one here real quick. Okay. All right, so I forgot what I was going to tell you, so we'll just have to remember when it comes back to me here. Okay, so, oh, I know what I was going to tell you. So my husband and I had that one day this week, I think it was Thursday, that we were able to get out and get to our appointments. He had a doctor's appointment, and I had to see the eye surgeon. And So we managed to get that done. But as we were driving back, we're on a high peak, and you can see where the peak of the mountain is right there. And we sat up on the peak of it, and the trees looked white. Well, we've had our trees covered in ice for several days. I mean, big amounts of ice. And so anyway, I'm also including flowers in this book. So cut this off here. Anyway, I'm gonna rough this up. We're driving up the hill, and I'm putting a little bit of ink on this ribbon. I don't want it to look white. And I'm going to do pretty much the same thing. Just going to rough it up and grunge it up a little bit. So we looked up at all the trees down on the lower part of, down on the road below the peak were not covered in ice. And we were like, well, how does that happen? How'd that happen? And of course we don't know, but then we look up and all of the trees on the top are covered in ice. We're like, oh my goodness. We've noticed that we have like tendency up here higher. I'm looking to see what's top and what's bottom here. Okay. We're going to take a chance that it's this one. So there are our two tags for the pocket. And you can see where I roughed them up on the edges. Now I'm going to set those aside while we do this right here. I just kind of got a glance at it so I can remember what I did. Okay. All right. So anyway, got to get some cheesecloth. Let me grab it up here. I don't think I need as much as what's coming toward me. Okay. Anyway, we just found it really interesting that, and it took a couple days for that to go away, which is weird. We've learned a lot in Branson since we've been here, so a lot of things are different, and that's a good thing. A little label. All right. So I'm going to glue this label down first onto the cheesecloth. And I'll probably trim off what is not needed. I have a tendency to glue my label down on the cheesecloth and hope that it holds both. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Pretty much most of the time it does. Because it's just a lot of glue if you don't have to use it. I love this size of book. It's just a perfect size. Put that little blue ticket there. And I'm hoping I have another little ladder somewhere. There's one. There's a little ladder. And this little lady's picture is going to be on here. I just wanted to make sure I didn't put silk or anything under those things. Okay, I think it's a little much right here. I just wanted a little bit sticking out. That's good enough right there. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to ink up this little label. I inked everything except the little tiny ephemera. So we have to do that. I'm going to trim this little letter down a little more. It's kind of big. And then this little lady, who is so funny. She makes me think of the Wizard of Oz, the witch from the Wizard of Oz. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to put a tag on. Boy, I can hear that water running in here. I probably could have turned it down a little bit lower. I hope it's not bothering you guys. Okay, so I want to make sure I go a different direction, sorta, kinda. So got this little letter to go on here. Okay, get that glued down. This is going to be a fun book when it's all, or fun journal, I should say, when it's all done. Let's put this funny lady on here, because we're not all without some kind of character. She's so funny. Cracks me up already. Okay, there she is. Now we're going to put our tag in here. And I think I'm going to put the bigger one toward the middle. And then we'll put the smaller one here toward the outside. But I'm going to put it down a little lower. Yeah, there we go. So we have both the front and the back inside cover done. And I think they look cute. I'm going to let you see them both. Okay, so we can jump around in here, or we can just go straight from the front. I think we're just going to go from the front. And as we go, you can see some of the things I've done. I've stitched all the coffee dyed papers, stamped about every 5 or 6 pages, and put in the pockets. I actually shrank the pockets down to fit in this little book, so it makes it a little bit more fun. So I didn't make anything to go right here. I just realized. So I need to grab up a tag or something. Here's this cute little, I like this, the print on this. So I am not going to cut it like a tag. I'm going to keep it with the edges a square. It's really, might as well say a rectangle. Okay. Always get my ink on there. I had forgotten, I guess, to put, I'm going to pull this forward so I don't get shavings all over the book. I tell you, people fly down this road and it's covered in snow. I just don't get it. Okay. So I'm just going to decorate the pocket and a little bit here on most of these. Not every single one will be decorated. Okay. And I'm going to take, I think I like this vintage word. Let's get it inked up. This is one of Tracie's from, I don't know where it came from, honestly. I have so many scraps from Miss Tracie. And I'm trying not to be a slowpoke. But sometimes I find there's different things that I like to do certain ways. So I think I'm going to put some cheesecloth under this too. Just cut a little piece off here. Okay. And let's just put some glue straight across. That will hold down this cheesecloth. I like to open it out to start with. Then we'll put the word vintage. All of these ladies are definitely vintage style. Most of them are very vintage style. So just a little touch of something like that even makes a difference, doesn't it? Okay, now down here, I'm thinking, I think this needs to be trimmed a little bit. I'm going to trim it off. Sadie is trying to get me to notice her. She's running around the room, or prowling around my room. I'm not sure which. Okay, so down here, I thought we could put on the pocket. Trying to get my tag in there just right. There we go. Down here, I thought we could put something different too. So I'm thinking some kind of flower. But I want something that will blend with the color. And this is a cute little label too. I could put on here. And maybe that'd be good. Trying to get all of them to look pretty rough. You'll probably hear me blowing the stuff off of these. I'm going to put that there. Let's see if there's anything else before I leave it. I think that's it. Not every one of them have to be over the top. Do you know what I mean? Not every one of them. Okay, let's put that right there. All right. Okay, so over here on this side, I'm really kind of keeping these for journaling. Now, at the end, I may come back and decorate some of these, but right now, my goal is just to decorate where the pockets are. Okay, I don't like how this is curling up. So I'm going to get rid of that curled up portion. And, you know, I like it just to look raggy. That's a little better. There we go. Okay, so we go over, here's some stenciling, stitching. I stitched the coffee dyed paper. Here is a pocket I just cut out of some of the paper, or out of a tag, because I wanted this blue and blue to look good together. And it looks like I didn't put a tag in this one. I just thought I had my act together. Let me see what I got here on my desk. Give me a second. Well, here is a tag that goes with this, kinda. So, these are really swatches, is what the kit calls them, I believe. Wallpaper swatches. Okay. I'm going to go to this side. I want to make sure you can see when I'm over that way. Let me move in like this. I bet that'll be better. You can even get the hearing version, where you can hear it tearing. And listen, I'm known to cut right through it. Because I'm not super careful. I just go for it. Yep, there's one right there, a little tear. I'm going to have to clean up my area here when it's all said and done. Okay, so on here, let's see. I think this will look pretty with some kind of floral something. And I'm going to see what we've got going. You know, there's... ooh, that purple's kind of pretty. I think I like that tag. This little tag is really cute. This is one of Tracie's from a while back. But they're watercolor looking. And they're so cute. But I'm actually decorating with them. So I like that there. Let's see. Pull on some of this trim. Yeah, let's do that. I may have to run over to the door and turn off that water because it is running. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't think about it making noise. Okay, we're going to slide this down in the flat pocket. There we go. Getting it right in the center there. I think down here, ooh, what do I want to put? I think we need to put something with some kind of color, or maybe just a label. Hold on just a second. I'm going to turn off the water. I figured if it was driving me crazy, it would be driving you crazy as well. So we are already at 35 minutes. Can't even believe it. Takes no time at all, does it? To just be time to move on. But you guys at least get to know or see that I'm doing a little bit of ephemera on here. Put a little more cheesecloth. Or I may do a second video. We'll see. Because to me, this is the fun part. You know, this is the fun part. Let's put that right there. If anything, women love flowers, so I think friends would love flowers as well. So cute, 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 cute. Okay, and I don't know if I showed you that yeah, I did. I brought it up and showed it to you. Okay, so now we're going to flip over. You'll see that I did different stamps in the kind of cherry color, and I did some vintage photo stamping with script and stitched with blue, kind of a deep blue. Here is a lady on some muslin and some birds over here. Now this I for sure wanted you to see, and I just realized that that was not tea stained. Well, we need to ink it then, right? I think inking it will help it a little bit. Whoops, I just wrinkled it. That's okay. All right, so we have a tag in a pocket right there that I have not put in. This is a coin pocket type envelope, and we're going to put it on, let me move this. We're going to put it on this paper, okay? And we're going to bring it all the way out to the edge, and we're going to make sure we don't glue at this bottom portion, okay? So I'm going to bring it down a little more. There we go. Now, I've got to remember where not to put the glue. Do not put the glue below there. So we're going to put glue here. There we go. And hopefully that's not too much glue. Well, you know, things that seem easy always are harder than you think. So I'm wanting this to be lined up straight with the edge of the white paper. There we go. That part is working. Now, let me get that pressed down. Now, when you flip it over, here you've got this thing hanging down on this side. Well, we don't want that. So what we're going to do is add our pocket over here. Okay. And, excuse me, going to add it right here. It's the exact same width as my coin pocket, as you can see here. And we're just going to add around the outsides. And hope that everything fits in there just fine. And line it up with the bottom of your coin pocket. So when you turn it now, it has two purposes. Okay, on this side, it really looks pretty good by itself, but we need a little something right here. Let's see, what do we want to put there? Let's look. Do we want a butterfly? Maybe a butterfly would look fun. One of Tracie's butterflies. I'm going to not pop the butterfly up because there's going to be a lot of ephemera in here, and this could be a chunky monkey. And I may not decorate all of the pockets. It depends on how it's starting to look. If it's getting too full, they can just change things around in pockets if they want. And, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Do we want to do it this way? I think so. Let's have him flying toward the flower. And I always like to, and their little antenna, where'd it go? Right there. Okay. If I don't do it as I glue butterflies down, I forget. Now this is going to have a little book that goes inside here, but I have to add some paper to it. Now I am going to curl this out a little bit too, this top. I want it to stay up because I just think it looks better. And I didn't rough this up because I didn't want any problems with that coming apart. Okay. Now over here, we are going to rough up our little tag. So I'm going to push that up. These are the most beautiful tags in Tracie's kit. If you have not seen this kit, you've got to go check it out. My favorite tags that she's ever made. And, well, you know, the one with her and Artie Mays collaborating, those were good too, but these are my favorite. I have a tendency to like color on different things. I like the multiple colors, I guess is what I'm saying, that these tags have. All right, so I'm not, if you notice, I'm not putting a topper on any of the tags. I just feel like it's not necessary. Okay, now, because we have put a butterfly over here, I'm thinking, why not put a butterfly over here on this side? Whoopsie. Flying across the room. We'll put it on the tag. How about that? this is what's slowing us down, but I really like the look of it. So let me see, what can I put underneath that? Let me see. I think I'll use this little piece of trim right here. Okay, so okay. Okay. And I may, if I don't put something on there now, doesn't mean I won't go back and add something later. So just so you know. So I'm going to be adding a few little birds and a few little butterflies along with the flowers and the ladies. So there we go. I like the way that turned out. Now, down here, you got to be careful because you can get too busy with all these prints. Probably what I'll be doing on these type pockets is mostly putting tags or tickets or something like that. And because I just think those look nice. I like this navy on there, or this blue shiny little number. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of sari silk. $98. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so there's this little page. This is going to be a fun journal for someone because it has it's just the right size. I love it. Okay, so over here we're going to do something different. And I've already inked everything. So this is from one of Tracie's other kits, this lady. And we've got these little specimen folders or something, but I'm going to use them in a different way. So I'm going to push that away for a second. And I'm going to show you that what we're going to do is we're going to glue this little lady inside, hopefully in the right spot. Hopefully where we need her to be without any problems. Push her up against, yeah, perfect. Now, usually people like to slide things down inside these, but I just kind of liked it like this. So I'm going to seal this shut here at the top, just a little here at the side, and here at the bottom. Now I probably will add some there too, because this will gap open if you don't, right? So you just start right here, push this down first, and then push the rest of it over and hope that it doesn't get all over your photograph. Now, I think I did get a little bit right up here. Need to get that before it dries. My hands are filthy with ink, just FYI. Sorry about that. My hands always look dirty. It's all of the stuff we do, right? Okay, there we go. And now I am going to fix this to be a pocket behind it or beside it. That's my plan with this little guy. I got to find where he goes first now because I've lost my space. Okay, it's in here somewhere, not far away. Right here. So I'm going to put this in the center, and what I'm going to do is leave enough to put in this little tag, okay? But first, let's rough it up. Now, I didn't think about what it would look like being roughed up, but we're fixing to find out. And we're going to decorate on the bottom, okay? I'm going to have to clean my floor after this. Okay. Now let's decide where we want to glue her down. I'm going to get her glued down before I have a chance to, excuse me, clean off this glue on the tip. I'm going to have to find myself a wipey in all this mess on my table. So I'm just going to do it like a pocket this time at the top. Yeah, just like this. Okay. Alrighty. Now we'll have to wait for this to dry to load our card in there, or our tag in there. But that's all right. There we go. So I'm thinking, get some of this dust off the page so it doesn't stick. Okay, thinking down here we need something with a little bit of color, a little bit of green maybe. I don't know if I have any green things out. Let me just see. if I've got any flowers. Let's see if I have a smaller one. That's too big. Let's look at this other one. I do have some smaller ones. Just got to get the right color. There's a smaller flower. Here's a smaller flower. We can decide which one we want. Okay. Now, let's go with the more yellow one for now. And let's put her on some cheesecloth. But I think I'm also going to put like a label or something too there, because that's not going to be enough. My ink, it's been re-inked, and it's with the right re-inker, and it still is giving me grief. I'm just saying. Okay. There's that. Now let's see if we can find something, some kind of label or something to put on here. Okay, let's do this. Scrape it up a little bit. I blow it and everything goes backwards. Okay. Let's put it on this side. Let me look. Okay. And now, what did I do with my little tiny piece of cheesecloth? I had it, but it's disappeared. It probably went in the wind. Okay, let's cut some more. We've got plenty. Let me see where I want to put this. I think I want to put it right in here. All right. Put it right here. And here is our little tag, Now on here, I'm thinking some kind of flower too, because I'm trying to hang on to my ladies to have one for every page that I decorate, or real close to every page. Not every, but when I need it. Okay, so this is not, needs to be beat up a little more. Okay. where did it go? I saw something I thought would look good on this page earlier. Question is, what was it? And where is it? Come out of there, whatever you do. Not tell you where it went now. Okay, give me a second, guys. If I can't find it, I'll move on to something new. We'll look in all the little tiny stuff that Tracie has in her little tiny ephemera pack. Let's see. There's a turkey. Don't you think we need a turkey? No, 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 no turkey. I have used this little tiny ephemera stuff. I've cut it out so many different times because I just love it. We could put an ostrich on there because I just saw one. Or a bingo card. I was trying to find something that would work with this yellow. But it doesn't have to be just yellow. Okay, I'm just going to put this little pink and yellow flower because if you look at this tag very close, it has pink in it too. Pink, green, and yellow. Okay, now let's shabby dabby it. Oh, sorry, Tina. Let's make it shabby. Shaggy. I'll get it right in a minute. Oh me, oh my. Okay, so of course we have to have a little bit of cheesecloth under it because we just do. Okay, because we're using it on a lot of things. Which I go in spurts. I'll use cheesecloth up and then I'll get tired of using it and then I'll go on to something different. I've got all kinds of stuff over here next to me, but I just like the way it looks. Oh, that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Make sure it's straight. Okay, now this could have been bigger, but I wanted it smaller. And you can push it down as far as you want. There we go. Yay. So let's hold this page up. I think we're out of time. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Welcome to all the new subscribers. And thank you to all my die-hard subscribers. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye now.